Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fey Realm. We have returned with death after our brave GM has been returned from the gifts of Papa Nurgle because, well, sickness be as sickness do.
Yeah, that reminds me. I need to get like Jua Blacks in here somewhere. That would be really fun.
You know, like you do. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are back with death. We're very excited to be here and have all of the things and the stuff. And yeah, Adam, take it away, my friend.
All right, welcome back to the most confusing domain in all of the domains of dread, known as a calf, where in order to get anything done, you have to be asleep and awake. So that's fun. Right now we have split the party, and because that's rule number one is never do that. So of course we did that. We've done it a couple of times actually, because nobody can tell us what to do, especially not common sense. And so our party has split into two groups, the sleepies and the awakies. And right now, Loraphyra and Drausken are awake, but surrounded by sleeping people, sleeping students, and a sleeping Nagpa by the name of Marius. And nearby are Lin and Yi-Ling, who are fast asleep and mounting the tower, where they have found one of the other's daughters of Xian Shang. And at this point, I believe you have united two of them with their key item. And however, upon reuniting the second one with her item, you were accosted by a group of guards. So we are going to start out with the awake side, at level 1 of the tower.
He has to say that because it's the only way that he remembers where we are.
Correct. I have maps. It's Tower Sleep 1, Tower Wake 1, Tower Sleep 2, Tower Wake 2, Tower Sleep 3, Tower Wake. It's
maps on maps on maps.
It's a lot of maps.
Madness.
And I'm still discovering mistakes I've made. So next one gets to be just one dungeon, and everything seems easy now.
And no dynamic lighting, you can just see everything, right?
Didn't say that. Did not say that. If I paid for it, it's gonna be in here.
Damn
Absolutely.
it.
All right.
But you know what? Whatever gets my Tania giggles, that is what I show up for.
It might be a lot tonight.
Might be a lot. Yep.
I'm in that kind of mood.
Both happy and incredibly nervous.
I have a nervous laughter, so it works.
There goes. There it goes.
And the more you point it out, the more it shows up.
That's right. That's right. It's you guys get the Deadpool, I get the giggles, and that fuels my dice.
Oh, so you'll be passing that point of Deadpool over to us? Thank you. You're so kind.
That's what I heard.
Honestly, you could use it. I'm not sure if it would even make a difference at this point, but okay. So we are back with you, Loraphyra and Drausken. How would you like to proceed?
I want to take a quick look at Lin and Yi-Ling, because you mentioned toward the end of the last session that they were twitching and looking like they were in pain in the dream. Do I see, has any of that like carried over into the waking world where I can see like injuries on them?
Yeah, you definitely, you see Lin especially cough up blood. She is in a very serious state, and Yi-Ling is also, bleeding from her face, and bruises are appearing.
gonna hesitate for a second, thinking, and then look at Drausken and pull out one of the potions of greater healing. Is it worthwhile to make the attempt to heal them here?
Don't know. We have never seen exactly what happens to someone who has been traumatized in the dream world. But it seems likely, given their state, that there is some spillover to their true body.
So it would seem. All right. And Loraphyra is going to crouch down and very carefully touch the side of Lynn's face. Try not to actually startle her awake, because that would be no bueno. And then, like, very gently hold her mouth open and slowly pour a potion of greater healing down her throat, doing all of the things that you know you need to. Yeah, massaging the throat to help it down. Like, she's been a healer for 300 years. She knows how to do all of these sorts of things, and has proficiency in the herbalism kit, if that makes any difference.
Absolutely. And if we've learned anything from Baldur's Gate 3, you could actually just chuck it at people.
I mean,
guess I'll just inhale it.
Garfield jaw unlock.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the healing dice. Associated
Greater...
with, I think it's 44 plus 4, I want to say.
Yes. Oops. It helps if I actually do it right, huh?
You're good, you're good. Just warm it up, you know. You're trying to trick roll 20. See,
Yeah.
it worked.
So that's 15 points of healing for Lynn.
Okay. So, Lynn, you can go ahead and restore hit points.
Sweet.
Though technically Loraphyra is not sure what's happened, except for Loraphyra, you're looking down at the physical body and you see signs of healing.
Okay.
So that seems like it was a good thing.
It seemed to work.
Drausken, what do you do?
Well, right now, Drausken is kind of just standing over the sleeping students with his sword drawn. But he's sort of surveying all of the slumbering students and kind of being like, well, I assume that if they were attacking Lynn and Loraphyra, at least some of these would show similar signs, so these ones are probably all right to be left alive.
Seems likely. And they also said that they would send a raven over if they had enough time.
Which means whatever the trouble they've gotten into is out of this room. Hopefully, further on up the tower.
One hopes. All right. I'm going to do the same thing for Yi-Ling, because I know that she has a habit of being up in the thick of everything. The fact that Lynn looks as bad as she does kind of surprises Loraphyra. Because Lynn, I mean, rightfully so, Lynn stays a little bit further back, much like Loraphyra does. But yeah, go through the same procedure, you know, stroking the throat, getting the healing potion down her throat without choking her.
My strongest defense, cowardice.
Joking and stroking.
Shut up, Dane.
Hey, your words.
I will go full name, and then we're gonna have fun. Am I good to roll for?
Yeah. Speaking of choking, let's see this roll.
I hate you both. You know what? It worked. It worked. Almost max healing. 18 points of healing for Yi-Ling.
Nicely
Amazing.
done.
Amazing.
Look, if Yi-Ling is into choking, no comments.
Excellent. In the dream, Yi-Ling briefly feels like she's choking, but then it goes away. She's like, huh. That was weird. Not going to worry about. Oh, I feel better. Interesting.
Yeah, you get a little fuzzy, warm feeling in your tummy.
Starts getting choked and then feels a lot better. Kink unlocked.
Sure.
Speaking of David
Thoughts for
Carradine, let's get
later.
back to the.
Daydream
We are
cinematic
learning things about
universe.
ourselves tonight.
We're definitely learning about Dane. We're
That's a
definitely.
Tanya, not
No
so
comment.
much. But maybe. Maybe.
Oh, all right. Well, with her companions, scene 2, Loraphyra will stand up and straighten her robes and head for. Let's see. We actually looking around, trying to decide which door to go out of because we don't have Lynn's knowledge of this particular place.
No, you do not. But you see 3 doors.
Good lord.
Exiting from this place, but you pretty much know that the western door would lead back to the.
Nope. No western door. No, thank you.
Oh, okay, all right.
Back to the room that we set on fire.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is you know that would be the wrong way to go.
Well then.
All right.
2
What would you like to do?
options. I will come over to the eastern door, and is it what, like a sliding paper and
Yes.
wood door? Okay. Go ahead, Dane.
Drausken's gonna kind of stop Loraphyra before she moves too far. If there's any other care that you need to take on those 2, do it now. We may not get the opportunity once we leave.
It's true. And she'll kind of hesitate and consider that for a moment. And then, of the 2, Lynn still looks the worst. So she'll use a 1st level spell for Cure Wounds on her. There you go. 7 more for you. Much more than
7.
that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Much more than that, and I fear I will not be empowered to be of any assistance further on.
All right. You grant 1 last heal, and then head back to the door. You may
Yeah.
open it when you wish.
Yeah, I will slide it open just just enough really to peek through it with an eye just to get a sense of what's on the other side.
Okay, so when you do that, you can see there is another sliding door directly across a short hallway about 15 feet away. And then there is a path left and right. One has stairs going up, one has stairs going down.
Well, this looks promising. I will report back to Drausken that I see stairs going up. Up is where we are aiming. That seems the way to go. Yeah, so she's going to, am I able to go through the door? I can't tell. No.
Should be able to click it.
Yeah, let me just, there we go.
There it is.
Want to step out into the hallway, kind of into the center of it, and just like close her eyes and just listen for any like ruckus sounds. I don't know if the fire is still going, if there's like elite soldiers still out that direction, which would be to the northwest of where we are now. Just trying to get bearings of the aural patterns of what's going on around us. I have had a very long couple of weeks, so I apologize that my words are not working tonight.
I like oral patterns. That should be like a band name.
Aural, specifically AURAL.
There really are no telltale signs of anything particularly obvious to you in this hallway. But going down, you can kind of recognize the pattern, and you're pretty sure that leads to the exit.
Okay.
And so wherever your companions are, they're probably up those stairs.
All right. I'll glance at Drausken. Do you want to check anything before we go up, or do we move?
We should probably try to move without attracting too much attention.
Excellent. Up the stairs then. And I will let him take the lead on that. Mostly because I have a feeling I don't get a choice, but if I pretend I have a choice...
He'll take the lead, slowly, carefully up the stairs.
And Loraphyra will follow maybe like 3 or 4 steps behind. Far enough that she can get some distance if he gets attacked. But close enough to be of assistance if needed.
All right, you head up the stairs, and all is fairly quiet, eerily quiet, as you move into this level of the map. Loraphyra, what is your passive perception?
22.
Okay.
When you make us take feats.
No, it's good, right? You should have that. You hear shallow breathing, rhythmic. You're pretty sure you hear the sounds of someone sleeping. No, multiple people. 3, exactly 3.
It's a very good passive perception.
Can I gauge where the sounds are coming from?
Yes. You're pretty sure they are on the opposite side of the wall to the east. There is a door leading to another room a little further south of you.
Do you mean west?
No.
Oh, I don't see anything to the east.
Well, you'll have to go south first.
Ah, got it. I will whisper that to Drausken, passing along what I'm hearing.
Drausken's going to kind of poke his head just a little bit out and try to see what's going on.
There you go, Drausken.
Oh, I realized I don't think I actually mentioned this, but Drausken took a helmet earlier from the
Yeah,
armory.
I think I remember that, actually.
He's just wearing that, so at the very least his head looks a little less out of place when he's peeking around corners.
All right, but you don't see anyone. What's your passive perception?
14.
14. Okay, both you and Loraphyra hear something else. Something to the northwest. You hear a groan. It sounds like
Some kind of creature.
Likely. Is it something we should investigate?
That's entirely up to you.
Well, if it is something that can be easily dealt with here, it may be of assistance to the dream world. So, she'll move up to that door, and it looks like Drausken beats her there. So she's gonna say quietly, "Maybe we take a peek first."
Yeah, Drausken will place his hand on the door and just pull it the tiniest bit open to let Loraphyra peek through.
So as you try to do that, the door holds fast.
Locked.
Hells. Is it a paper door? Paper and wood?
No, this one is just wood. And there is a lock visible on the opposite side. Or on your side.
Right. Well, I do not have the ability to pick a lock, and kicking it down is too loud. So I think we leave it for now.
Agreed.
move down. So this door over here is where I heard the breathing?
It is.
Okay. I want to try that door, pulling it with like 2 fingers very carefully to see if it's locked as well.
Okay. That one moves. And as you're right up against this door, you can see 3 silhouettes lying on the ground. And you can hear the rhythmic breathing more clearly.
I'll gesture Drausken over.
Hallway around the corner. What do you have?
3 people sleeping. Can I tell anything about their uniform? Do they look like they are someone who might be dangerous to our companions in the sleeping world?
Are you peeking in?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that was implicit by me seeing the 3 silhouettes.
No, well, it doesn't matter. You do peek in, and you see indeed 3 guards sleeping on tatami mats.
I'm gonna open that door in the Roll20. I will relay that back to Drausken. If we're able to remove them here, they may be much safer on the other side.
Drausken pulls a knife off of his belt. Say the word.
Do it.
Hot.
All right. Drausken is going to very quietly sneak into the room, knife in hand, and make his way over to the guards.
Well, let's see that sneak first. Okay. Is that with armor? Are you not wearing armor? I forget.
I am. Well, according to this, it should be at disadvantage, but it did not seem to affect the roll. So I'll roll again.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Luckily, as you know, waking up from this dream is incredibly difficult. And so you would have really had to have made a crazy amount of noise to have done something to wake them.
That's what I was hoping.
You make your way inside, and I also need you to make a con save.
My con save. All right. We're decent at those.
You start to feel drowsy, and you look over and see the tea burning on the coals at the center of that room, and it gives off a vapor, a steam. This is probably how the men force themselves asleep. But you are able to hold your own.
Drausken's going to point to the kettle while looking at Loraphyra and kind of pantomime sleeping.
She'll nod.
All right. Are you going to kill this guard?
That's the plan.
Okay. You bring out your dagger and you expertly cut through his throat and kill him.
Huh?
Okay. I need you to make another con save. All right, you're good.
Number 2.
You kill the second guard, who is completely helpless.
You say that like we're supposed to feel bad about it.
Then
Hot.
go ahead and make one more con save.
Just getting a little bit harder, a little bit harder.
All right. So the good news is you managed to kill this guy. The bad news is you pass out.
Can I try and do something?
What do you want to do?
As I'm starting to pass out, Drausken is going to reach his hand into the fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's one way to wake up. The best part of wicked.
Hot?
Okay, literally hot. Okay, you take 3 points of fire damage. And I'm gonna say the first 4 attack rolls that you make have disadvantage. And then after that, you're cool.
Okay.
But you are awake. Would you like to do anything with the kettle?
No, not particularly.
All right. Do you
I'm
want to
gonna
get
move
out of this
move
room?
away from it.
Okay. All right. You rush out of the room. Yes.
He's gonna, when he gets out of the room, he's gonna kind of like bandage up his hand. That really hurts.
There are droplets of blood on his face and on his hands.
He'll get a little nod from Loraphyra, and then she's gonna come in and have a look at the hand.
Meanwhile, let's go and see how we're doing at around the same time.
Quick shout out to Duke Fleeg sending bits to the players, and Falangor for sending bits to the GM to quote keep the players in line.
Falangor.
We don't need to be kept. I do need to be
Of
kept in
all
line.
things should be.
I mean, it isn't quite, because the GM Deadpool is at 2, and ours is at 3. But you know,
They have a stronger conversion rate. It's balanced, trust me.
valid.
True.
Yeah, you guys need to import more goods. That way your currency appreciates.
Okay, econ professor.
Yeah, and stop tariffing them. That doesn't make sense. Okay,
Yeah.
you're only hurting yourself. Okay, so meanwhile, Lynn, Yi-Ling, guards are rushing into the room. I need you to roll initiative.
Boy. Okay. Why am I looking for real dice? Not even in the right direction. So that's just super fun.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh, dang. Wow. Okay. Was not expecting that.
All right, Yi-Ling, you actually have the first action, which
Oh,
I say surprisingly, but I
She's a
shouldn't
monk.
be. You're a
I
monk.
mean,
Yeah.
I usually don't roll out. Is why it's surprising. All right. I mean, there's no. We were talking about going out the window. Is that still on the
There's
table?
There is nothing to gain from taking a stand here. We have to leave.
Right. Trying the window.
Okay, so you pop open the window, and then you.
We're still trying to get up to the 3rd floor, right? So, yeah. Pop out the window. Look for a way up.
Okay, let me briefly check that. Okay, there is an awning above you, of course, with those blue tiles. You could leap up and grab it, but you're not sure that Lynn would have the athleticism to do this.
And reach back for her. I don't think she's very heavy, so.
True.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
I guess I have to sheath my glaive first and then do that.
Okay, so you run up and you leap up to the third floor shingles and pull yourself up by the strength of your fingertips. Um, and then roll onto the tiles and then turn back and reach your hand down.
Quickly. Actually, I
This,
do want to just glance behind me, make sure there's no like immediate shutters that are opening.
you don't see anything yet.
Okay. Yeah, reach down my hand and get ready to haul up a lin.
All right, this guy actually gets right here with 30 feet of speed. And instead of having him dash, he is going to ready. And then, Lynn, it is your turn. They're closing the gap.
Yeah, tell you what. Lynn is going to reach for a talisman, which is going to begin to flicker and start smoking when it suddenly goes poof.
Nice.
Love a good fog cloud.
All right.
And by good fog cloud, we mean the one that's on our side.
A good fog cloud.
Are we good?
No.
I mean,
The fog cloud is good.
yeah, there you
That's
go.
fair.
The fog
Good
cloud
fog.
has done nothing wrong.
Good fog.
All right. About there?
All right. And then I know where the window is. So I'm going to climb outside.
And dangling down.
Don't know if I don't know if I can see Yi-Ling from here, so I probably can't reach for your hand. However,
Yeah,
as
like
Zhang
Yi-Ling
Chi,
is your...
I do have spider climb.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
So I'll just feel around, find where the wall is, and just exorcist crawl my way up.
Just
Excellent.
dangling, going, oh no, how is she going to see my arm?
Okay. So you do exactly that. Is like Yi-Ling, you like are turning, and then you see all this like fog just pour out of the window, and then you hear this like tapping and movement. Something's crawling towards you, and then it pops out of the fog, and it's Lynn.
Ah, I forgot you could do that. All right. Well, we made it. Good idea with the mist. Not lowercase
I had little
mist.
choice. They were closing quickly.
Okay.
All right.
This one shouts some stuff. And then is going to move. And this one is going to move. And that will bring us back to Yi-Ling. And at this point, I will actually take us out of initiative as we have progressed further.
There. That's right, suckers, run.
All right. So I'm going to bring you up.
And now Adam has to deal with a new floor.
New map. Third floor. Let's go.
No,
Look,
that was the best possible outcome.
Yay.
That was an excellent play. That is
After this, every domain is going to seem so easy.
Oh, it is. It's going to be so easy.
I don't know. Like, we're going to freaking.
Fucking Falkovnia.
Thank you. Yes. I was like,
Mhm.
I mean, we're a little lazy, but it's Fucknovia. That's what I call it.
Accurate. Ooh.
I can't wait.
I know you can't. And yet you keep putting it off.
All right. And below you, there's some fog coming out. There you go.
Nice.
Uh,
But
Right.
we're on a
I,
little mountain.
I feel like I should tell you that we don't have a fog of war on.
Ah, yes. Oh, really?
No, why would you ruin it?
Oh my god.
Because
I like to see
I can
everything.
show you the world.
Okay.
Fog filled.
Well, you know what? It is what it is. All right.
Yay!
It is what it is.
it also isn't very big, so.
It's not. It's not. So, anywho's, my mistake.
Alright, we gotta climb
Billy
to a
GM.
window.
Okay.
Pat, 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 pat.
Yeah. Yep.
It's okay. I am kissing you on both cheeks and the forehead like an Italian man at a wedding.
These two I was going to move, because those are going to be the ones coming up the stairs. Okay. So now that you're here, just to kind of explain it, I'm going to say that you can actually hear them moving up the stairs, so you know what they're doing. Just to help it make sense.
Unfortunately, I telegraphed my move before the fog cloud, but so it goes.
So anyway, you are now on the 3rd floor. What would you like to do?
Check out the nearest window and take a peekaboo in.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo style.
All right. You are able to open the window.
Can we look in before we open it, just in case?
Um,
Or I don't know what
see
kind of
what-
windows these are.
you see
so-
what you see. Like...
Okay. I'm pretending that fog of war exists.
No, well, it's fine
We're
now.
maintaining the illusion.
Actually,
It's fine now.
so this is an inner room.
This will just be a
inside.
stream-friendly version. Okay, so
Like this is a wall, right?
yes.
Okay, so we see wall and stairs. Is there like rocks in here? Rubble? What is this?
Those are stones used for pelting people.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You'll notice it's near a bunch of other ammunition.
Are those raccoons out the window?
Okay, okay.
I think they're little tanuki statues.
Oh yeah.
They're
Look at that.
so cute.
Raccoon
think-
dog?
I don't think they're raccoons. I think they're red pandas.
It could be from this angle, red pandas or tanukis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They pretty much are. They were sort of what they interpreted what they called raccoon dogs.
Mm.
Cute.
I love how this party is just like, look, animals.
When you said that, I thought the implication was that the throwing rocks
What?
were for wildlife and you spotted raccoons.
Mind you, in the previous scene, they just slit the throats of people who were sleeping,
Hot.
and then they're like, doggies.
Well, yes, because animals are pure, precious, and wonderful. Humans are shitty.
Yeah, especially guards that work for the Empress and want to kill us. Tanukis wanna
Animals
kill
do some
us?
pretty terrible things too. They
Yeah,
just-
but they do that
don't
out of
know any better.
instinct, not out of malice.
I see.
They're
That's
created.
usually true.
Usually. And I'm going
Yeah.
to roll with that.
Some animals are very smart and very malicious, like dolphins.
Yes.
Fair. That's very true. Anyway, sorry, I derailed us.
I need to make a campaign where the dolphins are the bad guys.
So you're just
Fair.
gonna run.
And then sharks are the good guys because they're dumb. They can't see
Like-
shit.
Welcome to Miami.
So Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh heck yes! All right, I need to go back and give
Um,
that one another watch.
Mm.
Lynn, do you think we should set up some sort of ambush for the guards that are running upstairs? Do you think we have enough time?
I think we need to be unseen, is what I think. We can't afford to fight them.
No, dang it, that's my druid in my other game.
You start to feel better. So I assume you've already given yourselves the hit points from healing, but time-wise,
Oh.
this is where it was like kicking in.
That was odd. Choked a little. then I feel better. I don't have invisibility on this character that I'm aware of. Alright, I know you can be unseen pretty easily, but I'm not sure about myself.
I mean, we did send the 2 sneakiest people in a group.
I mean, I can be stealthy, but the guards know where we're going, is the problem.
Okay.
I'll trust you to do whatever you need to do to stay out of sight.
Make a choice.
I'm making a choice right now as Lynn reaches for a handful of pine seeds and sort of scatters them near their feet as a sort of soft mist coils around them.
Okay.
Bang.
Ah.
Right. The fog
Oh.
dissipates.
Druid's coming in with that utility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have animals. We can distract them. Speaking of animals.
This one's still in the lower part, but now that the fog is clear, there's another guard.
The window now.
All right. Climbing in. Hello. Icon. Oh, the window's not actually open. The closed window and open window icon look nearly identical and do not like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
come in, hiding behind this wall from the stairs on the opposite side. I'll make some room for you, Lynn.
Go ahead and give me stealth rolls.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
And you do get plus 10.
It was just good.
Oh.
I don't know why I did that at advantage, but that sucks to see that.
That's still a 19.
Anyway, it's still a 19.
Still a 19.
Yeah. All right.
Back
So
up.
this guy's like looking around going, what the hell? And yeah. So you start making your way around the room at the center, and you can kind of see some silhouettes of forms in the walls, as these are the paper and wood.
Oh, these are not walls, so we could cut through it.
You could.
Yeah, this is where we're supposed to be meeting, right? I think. I mean, Yi-Ling doesn't know what's inside the walls yet, so yeah.
These must be the young mistress's bedchambers.
This area looks clear enough to cut inside. And she will.
Okay. You carve your way inside.
No, doesn't immediately see any guards. Well, oh, I can actually go through the wall. That makes me sad. Thank you.
There you go.
But I cut a hole. And then I will. I don't know if I can actually tack the paper back up in any way, shape, or form to make it stay.
No.
But...
I
No.
do not have the mending spell, unfortunately.
Yeah, the mending spell would do it. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
duct tape.
Next trip to the carnival, we'll see if some of the Fae got some duct tape.
Okay, so at this point, I am going to go ahead and turn the dynamic lighting back on.
A single tear from Tanya.
It's all right. I'll
It
live.
Dark.
Maybe. I don't know. This could be the TPK episode. We don't know.
Okay. And you can still see for the stream, right,
Yes.
Tiana? Okay.
I can see what they can see, which is what matters.
Right. Okay. So what are both of your passive perceptions?
Not
My
great.
passive perception is a 14.
12.
Okay.
Low wisdom.
We're gonna
bonus.
work on your wisdom.
I know. The next, if we survive and we level up.
Okay, you can hear, both of you can hear the guards coming in from the east side.
Okay. I had to do the letters in my head. This looks like the Empress's chamber. Do you think that they will come in?
Not the Empress, but one of her daughters. Quick. Help me with this drawer. Or come over to where the hole was.
Okay. Move the drawer. I am strong. I'm not wise, but I'm strong. Can't occupy. There we go. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Cover the hole.
Okay, so you put the drawer in front to kind of slide it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
At least provide a barrier. That's good.
They can cut through the walls too, but if all else fails, I'll bomb the place and run.
Okay, you hear one of the doors slide open, and you hear footsteps. They're on the opposite side, and you can see their silhouettes.
We need to deliver the trinket, the token.
Yi-Ling, quickly, beneath the sheets. Now.
Beneath the sheets.
I'm going to crawl upwards onto the ceiling here, because gamers don't look up.
Hey, but Ballard.
It's true, though.
Oh my god. Okay.
Leaving my
What?
hair out because it's black.
I want you both to make stealth checks again.
I'm the Empress's daughter. Plus 10 is 22.
Okay. So they're looking around. They're like, where'd they go? Where are they? Maybe they went back up. And then they run out of the room. Except for this one shouts, hey, something's over here. It's torn. He looks back over this way. This dude comes back in. And they start to move the barrier out of the way. As they do that, this one allows the other to come in. And then this one comes back in. And inevitably, one of them looks up. And they're going to see Lynn regardless of the stealth check, because she is there in plain sight. However, because of your stealth rolls and the pass without trace, I'm going to say it took them a while to find you. Some precious seconds. And one of them points and goes, look, there she is, the intruder. Get her. You need to... And he vanishes.
Oh, these are the three. Hi.
All right, roll initiative again.
Excuse me. Hello, turn order. I need to see. Thank you. Well, somehow kind of the same as before, just much lower numbers. Like turn order wise, it's kind of the same.
All right. Let's see. You. All right, this guard jumps or is actually just going to move about right here, and he does have a heavy crossbow which he is going to fire at Lynn. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not.
Okay. You move oddly around like some sort of acrobatic spider abomination, and it hits the ceiling. He starts to reload it. Yi-Ling, you're under the bed. No one's aware of you.
Yeah, Yi-Ling's going to.
Or under the sheets, rather.
Yeah, her Guando's too unwieldy underneath the sheet. She's gonna pull out one of her hatchets and try to hamstring this guy on the right here. Like, literally just take him out.
All right, go ahead and give me a straight roll because you are prone, but he's also unaware of you.
Okay. Not used my hatchets yet.
18 is a hit.
Nice. And I am trying to actually disable him. I don't know if that means anything extra that I need to do.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. I guess I could just do it again, trying to get both legs. Oh, I need to do damage. I'm sorry. I didn't.
That's okay.
Didn't think about that.
Damage is handy.
All right, you cut him for 5 damage.
It should be
And
a Kensei weapon. Why is it so low? I don't know. Figure it out later. And then did the second one hit him? 14.
the second one is a miss, unfortunately.
Bummer.
But I'm going to say as you slice him, he does fall prone. And is like shouting and clutching his foot. Of course, the jig is up now, and you are visible.
Yeah, just actually, as I stand up and fling the quilt back, can I try to get it on the other guy as he's loading his crossbow?
I will allow it if you have an inspiration point.
Oh, I don't know
Or
I've
if you
got
would like
any.
to use a Deadpool.
I'll second it.
I have no inspiration, so I'd have to use the Deadpool.
In that case,
If
give me a ranged attack.
a ranged attack, I guess I'll just use my shuriken.
That's fine.
Oof.
Oof.
I mean, quilts
Okay.
aren't super aerodynamic.
No, not super aerodynamic.
But even if it gets a little tangled up in his crossbow, that'll be useful.
Okay, he shoves it aside. But I will say that you use up his reaction.
Ooh, nice. And then my hatchet is Kensei weapon, so I could bonus action kick the guy who's down.
All right,
That's
go
why.
ahead.
Kick
Why
him
not?
while he's down.
Kick! Magic foot! Eat it!
He's prone.
He is prone, so roll again.
Oh.
Because 15 won't be
Oh.
enough.
No, well, that will definitely not be enough.
His armor does absorb the shock of the blow.
Okay. That's alright. That is it. Thank you. It's a fun turn, regardless of.
All right, this guy is going to stand up, and then he is going to strike at you with his longsword.
That's fair.
And miss with an 8, and then hit probably with a 22.
Yes. And we'll hit.
Okay. So he gives you a slash. And then, Lynn, it is your turn.
Okay, I think this is the play. Lynn is going to crawl over to a strategic point right above the guy, turn over, and then fall as the rest of her appears to sort of break apart in the wind. And there's like a tiger drop on him.
Nobody except for the deadly drop tiger.
The cousin of the drop bear, yes.
Okay. I'm
Jeez.
going to say you land prone. Or you land. I'm going to move Yi-Ling a little bit.
Cat landing prone?
That's okay.
Right, it's a cat.
I mean, no, I meant you caused them to go prone,
Okay.
Flatten them.
and you are on top of them. So there you are. Rawr.
Whoa.
Rawr.
That's what Yi-Ling says.
And actually, I believe that if he is prone, I get a bite attack against him as a bonus action. This wasn't exactly a more traditional pounce, but
If the target is prone, the tiger can make. So it's part of the pounce action, but you know what? I'll give it to you.
okay. Let's see. 23 to hit.
Yep, we'll give that to you. For 7 damage. Good job. This tiger wills into existence, but hey, this is the dream world. Anything goes. And you pounce on him from above, sort of haphazardly. But as a cat, it always looked like you knew what you were doing. And you knock this guy down and you give him a little nibble. Holding him down in place more than anything. At the end of your turn, I'm going to roll a die. And you're pretty sure you didn't bite the guy this hard, but he suddenly starts gushing blood out of his neck. And then and then vanishes.
We love you, Drausken.
And yeah. So it's this one's turn, and he goes, ah, he screams because there's a tiger. And he rushes over.
Fair.
And he's going to not bother disengaging. If you would like to use your reaction, you may.
I would.
Sure.
Oh my god. Ah!
Ah, nice.
Okay. All right. That is 23 for 4 damage.
I gotta figure out my damage. What's going on there?
Oh yeah, you just rolled a 1 straight out. Ouch. Okay. So he runs out. He is injured as a result, but he does manage to make some more movements. And he retreats outside of the room. Yi-Ling, it is your turn. If you wish, you could let him go, or you could give chase.
I mean, they raised the alarm already, right? Basically.
You
Not
don't
so-
hear a ringing alarm.
Like, they didn't shout, like, oh, they're intruders upstairs.
You did hear
They
them
gave-
shouting that to each other.
Okay, well,
Right,
yeah.
but they
then
gave
there's
chase,
no
but they've
point.
not alerted the entire fortress.
You think I should go after him? I'm just gonna straight up ask Glenn.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm in tiger mode. I don't know if I can
Oh.
talk.
Raw.
you can nod,
Lynn-
you
I
can
guess
nod or
Lynn-
shake your head.
Lynn is going to bare
It's a-
her fangs aggressively.
Is that the yes?
And he's gone. All right.
Sorry, don't know how to interpret
Lynn,
that.
you're a tiger. What do?
Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Well, regardless of whether or not we're chasing him, I am. That was a good turn of tiger. I think we're done now.
Okay.
The tiger crumbles into ashes and dead leaves and twigs, and Lynn emerges.
Okay.
Nice job.
That was frightening.
And the tiger shows up just in time. We call it tiger need. That's just for Chris. That's literally just
Okay,
for Chris. And
great.
for nobody else.
Okay.
It's like,
You know, when you've known each other since university.
Yeah.
you can have your in joke. It's fine.
Maybe if anyone on stream played Street Fighter, maybe they'll enjoy that.
I play Street Fighter and I don't get it.
Okay. Okay. So maybe you hear this, Lynn, but the guy doesn't get far. So we are going to exit initiative at this point and leave you alone. What do you do?
To the daughter. I assume she's through the door.
If you could clean and sheath your weapons.
Cleans off hatchet on quilt and puts it back in complicated coat pocket and leaves Guandao in sheath.
There's just stains all over the sheets now.
Well, now you're staining the quilt.
Okay, exploded in blood. There's blood everywhere here, man.
Now I have to clean the room.
And with that, Lynn regresses back into old Lynn.
Lynn, focus.
Lynn-tism.
It's okay. It's okay. I know I'm here.
All right.
We just need to not appear threatening.
She has to take care of every bit of lint.
That was Anissa. All right, enough dad jokes. Let's go.
All right. All right. Gently, I slide the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Just stand unthreateningly behind Lynn.
It's like whistling. Like,
Yeah. Right.
nice day we're having.
Do. Nothing happened in here that was deadly at all.
So, as you approach, Lynn, you recognize Lan.
We'll circle around to this side of the table. Leon, I thought I would find you here.
Lynn, you're dead. How is it possible that you are here?
Maybe I was, but stranger things have happened in this place.
What is all this commotion I am hearing? Have you come for revenge?
Nothing quite so vulgar. I have returned, but there is no hatred in my heart to spare for this place. I brought you your favorite plum blossoms.
You came back from the dead, stormed the castle to bring me flowers?
Are they not to your liking?
Well, I mean, of course they're beautiful, but now it's hardly that. Why do I feel so drawn to them? What sorcery have you placed upon these?
It is no sorcery. You are simply remembering them as they are. Here.
What do you mean? Linda, how dare you?
You used to wear these in your hair. You'll need one of these. I lay out the golden comb.
My comb. I remember that. Did you steal this? Did you? Well,
No.
I cannot believe after all this time, and she puts it in her hair, you wouldn't Oh. I died too. Slain by the people. They betrayed my mother. They betrayed all of us. They were sworn. But no. She did terrible things to them. She wouldn't accept anything less than perfection. No one could live up to her designs. Her designs. So many. The work never ends.
For the sake of her dream, she shirked reality. And no flower, no matter how much you care for it, will stop from wilting.
I don't know why you're here, but thank you. Everything is much more clear to me. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for what she did to you. And then she vanishes. Okay. And with that, let's call break.
Break sounds good.
All right.
All right. Well then, friends, we will be back very shortly. Please stick around, and we will continue with the dual POV version of this tower. See you all very soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Death. I'm going to toss it straight over to Adam to get us caught up on what just happened.
Okay, so Lin and Yi-Ling have made it their way to the third floor. They have brought the golden comb to Xian Lian and have released her from her spiritual prison. And thanks to the efforts of the skullduggery, I should say, of Drausken and Loraphyra, they were able to prevail and live long enough to survive. And so we return to Loraphyra and Drausken just a few moments after they had slain the sleeping guards, and Drausken's hand had been wrapped and cared for.
All right. Do I see any stairs besides the ones that we just came up?
Yes, there is. It just immediately right next to them, right where you are, the next flight of stairs.
Okay. I want to take a moment to come over to this door here to the south and like press an ear against it and listen to see if I hear any oddity in there.
Give me a perception roll.
Sweetenly. As soon as I locate my sheet. There it is. I have 2 screens. I need like 3 more.
I know. Same.
Say
15.
a wall of screens.
I need a command center.
Yeah, exactly.
To run this sort of thing, man, a command center would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so you listen up against the door and you hear nothing.
Okay. I will just like lightly pull on the door to see if it's unlocked.
It's locked.
All right, then I'm just gonna leave it be. I'll glance at Drausken and like indicate the hallway. Do we want to check the hallway before we head further up?
I don't know if that's necessary. I feel like the more exploring we do, the more likely we are to run into someone that will disapprove of our presence here.
That is probably very likely true. But also, the more that we explore, we may also be able to make things easier in the dream world. It's a balancing act.
Possible.
But I take your point, and I'll aim for the stairs headed up.
Okay. You make your way over to the stairs, and you ascend.
Doop, 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 doop.
Okay. Tower, wake, 3.
At least now we're both on the same
Dynamic
Yep.
lighting on. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. You mount the stairs and come into another empty room, but with an open hall to the southwest of you, and another sliding door to the southeast. You can hear running water coming from that room to the east, and something splashing.
Strange, this high up in a building.
To have running water would be an extreme feat of magic.
I'll take your word for it.
I suppose.
Hello there! You hear called from somewhere on the floor. Intruders! Approach!
Can we get any sense of where the voice is coming from, or is it just sort of everywhere?
Loraphyra, with your passive perception, you definitely can tell that it is coming from the west.
I'll point with my chin in the direction of the west.
Drausken kind of like rushes over to the wall, presses himself up against it, pumps his hand a little bit.
You do not sound like any of the guards. Whence come you?
Loraphyra's gonna come down, kind of kitty corner to Drausken, just trying to locate where this person entity is.
Is you look in through the paper wall, and you can you still can't really make out a lot. There's another a layer of doorway in between, but there's something very like an amorphous silhouette from here. It's quite large.
Apologies, there are intruders in the castle. We're looking around.
Roll deception.
That is 100% accurate statement.
Roll deception.
I'm so good at this.
I believe you.
5.
You're trying real hard.
Yes, I agree. And that is you. Come. Only the unrighteous need fear me.
Well, I'm in trouble.
It depends on whose standard of righteousness we're using.
Well, by all means, priestess.
I meant I'm most likely to be a little bit more fucked than you might be. But I will...
No, there is not need for that sort of language.
Right, it's Captain America.
Never mind that Captain America was raised in, like, the gay part of New York City. There's no way he would have had a problem with anyway.
Well, if someone's going to make a decent show about Captain America, it might as well be me, I guess.
Wow.
Fair enough.
It was one of the movies of all time.
Truly. Yeah, I will stand in front of the door while Drausken reaches out to pull it open.
Just, if it's one of the sliding doors, Drausken's gonna like pull it just a little bit open so that Loraphyra can look.
Does not appear to be locked. As you look inside Loraphyra, you see immediately a room with a table with a game on it and some cushions. There's also a divider. Oh gosh, what's the name of those things?
Partition.
A partition, thank you. And on the other side of it, there is another sliding door. And here you can see the silhouette much more clearly. It appears to be a very large serpentine creature with wings. And you recognize the outline of a dragon.
Oh.
Judging by the size of it, you would guess it were young.
Yeah, an older one would fit in these sorts of rooms. Loraphyra's eyebrow just jumps. Just, huh.
Please, I mean you no harm. Well, not yet anyhow. You're not indiscriminate murderers, are you?
No. We are not.
Well, deception.
Drausken.
We are not.
Jesus,
We are not
sorry.
indiscriminate murderers. We are murderers, but we are very discriminate.
Discriminate very specifically about who we murder.
We are very specific murderers. But Loraphyra will walk over to that door and wait for Drausken to join her. We do not come to cause immediate harm.
I warn you, when you open the door, you may be overwhelmed by my immaculacy.
Is that a word?
It is now.
It communicates meaning, so yes, by the definition of words, yes.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Greetings. Do not shy away.
Oh, you're
You may
beautiful.
look upon me. Indeed. Indeed. He, like, raises his chin high in the air. Lets you get a good look at him from all the different angles.
What may we call you?
How about...
Bob.
Tim.
Call me Shin.
Shin. It is a pleasure to be in the presence of such excellence.
There is a golden dragon in Chinese cosmology by the name of Shen Shan.
Figured that was dragony.
Well, from what I've read, gold dragons are least likely to barbecue you on the spot.
'Tis true, although one enjoys barbecue.
I am told it is most delicious. I have not tried it for myself.
Do you know what
Oh,
the
you
secret
must.
to good barbecue is?
I do not.
Friends to share it with.
How very
You better
odd.
watch out. I'm beginning to like you.
What are you doing in this? Wait, before you answer any further questions, are we awake or asleep right now?
Awake.
Okay, good, good.
By her very presence, that is.
I am unable to cross into the sleeping world.
Wait, so but you do cross into different worlds? Or did I misunderstand?
I can cross into different areas of a world.
Oh, that did not make that more clear at all.
Are you aware of where you are?
Yes, and I have no taste for this place. This place is want for food,
Very much so.
and it would appear that the Imperials, the aristocracy of this place, feed upon the misery of others, which I cannot approve of.
And yet you are here, a guest in the palace?
Indeed, I am a guest here at the palace. This is one of the few places one can procure food. And technically, I owe the Empress my life.
How so?
Well, she recovered my egg when I was at my most vulnerable.
Wait, did I hear some story about this bell? Something to do with dragon scales?
Indeed, you did. I believe this is why the Empress wishes for my presence and furthermore my age. I think she desires to repair what she has broken with mine own body.
And
It's a
how-
troubling prospect.
Indeed. How do you feel about that?
I am not in favor of this plan. Be that as it may, though I may owe her my life, I would prefer to keep it.
And also, there is a limit to how far owing someone your life can go.
However, I am bound to the rule of law, as are all creatures. And because of this, I have very little recourse.
But to whose laws do you find yourself bound?
Why, the very law of the sovereignty. That is where power resides. And if order is to be maintained and we are to maintain the illusion of society, one must acquiesce despite one's desires.
I'm having such strong flashbacks to early Roland. I can't even.
Now, if there were a sovereign of equal standing, perhaps I would pledge my fealty to them instead. But as there is no challenger in this rather small kingdom, I feel like you wish to speak. Please go ahead.
I stand as an emissary of the Raven Queen, she who rules the Shadowfell, in whose realm this is but a subdomain.
What?
You were born here, you may not know. This is a bubble of a world within a greater sea.
I enjoy this metaphor. Continue.
And there is one who rules the sea outside of this bubble, and I am her emissary.
I see. Now I understand why you must rave about this queen.
She is the Raven Queen, the bird. And Loraphyra will call in Grim to sit on her shoulder.
Ah, majestic and somewhat terrifying.
Akin to you,
Just
I think.
like me. Yes, though I am no raven. Would your lady accept me into her kingdom?
I think it very likely were you to ask for sanctuary.
And you said you are her emissary.
I am.
Can I have sanctuary?
And as far as I have that authority, yes.
That did not seem very certain.
There is somewhat of a communications gap at this moment, as we are within the bubble, and trying to call out to the larger sea is somewhat difficult.
And
Can you not send Grim?
I can send Grim. If you are willing to wait for a short time, I can send my messenger, my queen's messenger, to her to ask for sanctuary for you.
I can wait as long as it takes. However, I'm not sure you have the time.
We may not, but I promise you I will do everything that is within my power to get you out of here.
I sense the sincerity in your words. Very well. If your sovereign accepts my petition, then I shall pledge fealty to her and to her laws, and I shall exit with you when the time comes. However, if she should say no, or you shall be slain by the Empress of these lands, I shall have no choice but to remain.
That is reasonable.
Indeed it is.
Now I'll run my fingers through the feathers in the back of Grimm's head and tell Our Lady that we have a most noble guest who wishes to request sanctuary within her realm. And then lift him up and send him off.
Most noble. Yes, that is proper. Well, is there any way that I may be of assistance to you? That does not cause me to break laws. Or violate the tenets of good, as defined by the realm of Elysium. The plane of good.
Yes, I am passingly aware. I am astonished.
Yet a most chaotic place.
Well, no one said good was orderly.
Some say that.
Depends on the manner of good, I think. We are seeking...
I do not like this subjectivity discussion. I find it distasteful.
So, Roland, oh my god.
Kiss him and it'll all be better.
That took weeks. We are seeking the bell that is causing pain and destruction to rain down upon all within the land.
I see.
We have friends within the sleeping world.
You should not tell me any more.
Very well.
If I remain ignorant, perhaps that is the best recourse at the moment. But if there is a way I can be of assistance, that does not cause me to break laws.
Well, would it cause you to break laws to give us directions to the bell? Up. Very well.
Is
Would it
there
cause you
anything
to break
else?
laws to tell us about the disposition of the gods in this tower?
I don't hear any more guards. Most of them ran to the bottom, the base level of this tower when the commotion started. They are not many in number. Very few of the elite guard were permitted in this place. there is little food to go around. The Empress relies more on her dreams to keep her safe, and her own magical prowess, which you should not underestimate.
I have heard she is a mighty sorceress.
Furthermore, I believe she had access to the hoard of my ancestor, which has empowered her beyond her own abilities.
How do you mean, empowered? What has she taken from such a mighty hoard?
She possesses a wand, a dagger, and she also possesses robes beyond the norm. With her robes, she carries within strands sort of floating pockets that act like hands. She carries with her plans, her scrolls. But they offer her other protections as well.
That is very good to know. Thank you.
Well, is there anything else?
I'll look at Drausken.
So tell me, in your service here, you seem to believe that you owe your life to this Empress, but at the same time, you are aware that she has designs to potentially end your life for her own selfish needs.
Correct.
Does that not violate the laws of hospitality?
Yes. Depending on the land which you would hail from, but I'm not sure that she has such laws.
So, in your estimation, if a tyrant decides to create laws that they are righteous, you are bound to see them as righteous, even though Elysium would not?
Roll persuasion.
Does he get advantage for pulling on previous comments?
Sure.
All right. I'll take it.
Aren't you glad you got that, though, that 23?
That's perception.
Oh, is it?
Shite.
Curses.
But we will take the 19. That's fine. What would the total actually be?
It would be
Is it 18?
5 points lower.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's perception.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those P words. So
Yes.
that would be an 18.
Yes, my desire to leave this place is based on such inconsistencies. However, as I said before, I have little alternative. So, since you are providing me an alternative, if it all goes well, I will follow you, and I shall serve your lady as you do.
Well, the Raven Messenger is on his way, and I'm sure we shall hear anon.
Well, I have waited this long. Now, I believe you have places to be, and I shall keep you no further from your destiny.
It is truly a pleasure to meet you. And Loraphyra will bow very slightly.
It is. I mean, yes, you as well.
Excellent recovery.
You are a proud creature, and I suppose a being of your bearing, that should be allowed.
Yes, though one should avoid vanity. Luckily, I have done so.
Very much so. Would you like to fish?
Yes.
I just happened to glance at my character sheet and went, oh, I still have fish. So I will pull one of them out of my bag and put it on a tray and proffer it to him.
Ah, excellent, excellent. What a wondrous day indeed. Now, I must be alone with this fish, that I may devour it in peace, and not scare you by baring my teeth.
Enjoy.
I have one last question before we go.
All right, but it better be just one, because this fish is calling my name.
Do you know if there's any good pipeweed in this realm?
Ah, yes. Oh, yes. There's fields upon fields. It would be a shame if anything were to happen to those fields. If anything were to happen to this realm.
Tragic.
I shall truly miss it when I leave it behind. I hope that whatever happens, you can preserve the beauty and good that lies underneath the corruption of this place.
We'll grab a throw pillar on our way out.
He means to say we will do what we can.
You have spoken to a golden dragon, myself. Have an inspiration point.
Yes.
For what else could inspire you more?
We've already got one of those.
Well,
I don't.
then you get a card.
A card.
Pick a card. I like cards.
Pick a card. Any card.
They don't like me. My luck with cards is just as bad as my luck with dice, but I'll take them.
It be like. I'm just howling at the realization that Yi-Ling was laying on the bed right under where Shin was.
I know.
Uh-huh. Same bed. There's only one bed. I'm delighted that I'm surrounded by people who know the tropes.
Okay. Let us go back to the sleeping world. Where Yi-Ling and Lin have just released one of the daughters of the Empress.
There's only one left, right? 4 daughters?
Leon was the eldest. That leaves Yi elsewhere.
Where do you think we'll find her?
Within the tower, no doubt. The Empress means to protect with that which is most precious to her.
So up some more. You recommend stairs inside or climb back outside?
Lynn looked at the palm of her hands where she's still holding onto a few of the pine seeds that sort of thrum with latent power, and she says, "My enchantment still holds." We
You're
can proceed
great.
quietly and swiftly.
You're great at giving non-answers. Outside or inside?
Yi-Ling has difficulty picking up on cues from implied information.
Little bit of the tism here.
Gotta be clear, people. Do not understand. A snarl could be good or bad. Could be follow him or don't.
Okay. All right. No more poetry.
I love it. It's great, but then you have to follow up.
What that means, Tanya, is
We continue to embark from within.
you need
To
some
the stairs.
Thank you. All right. Let's go.
Actually, there's a door right here we haven't explored.
And stairs.
Mayhaps this might be a young lady's chambers.
Splish splash, I'm taking a bath.
There is apparently a bath drawn.
Sounds lovely, but unfortunately we do not have time. Are these stairs going up or
Those are the ones you came from.
well?
Oh no, I guess you didn't come from those.
No,
But
I
yeah,
didn't.
yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah, no, those are going down.
Okay.
Actually,
all right.
we're on the top floor, and actually, if this is the eldest
Well,
sister's room, it occurs to me that there might be another room on the second floor we did not yet explore.
Well, there are stairs up here that we saw when we came in, but I don't.
Yes.
It
But
is
last
going-
we checked, we already know what the north end of this wing looks like, so I recommend we find a window on the south side and climb down.
You know where you're going, but there is I do. I will follow your lead. As long as you're clear about it.
All right, let me find you guys.
They wandered away.
And let's bring you over here. You've dropped down to the shingles below.
All right. A window this way.
You look inside the window, and there appears to be, it appears to be a storage of some kind. It holds arrows, bows, daggers. There's a few weapons. This is part of an armory.
But we're in the dream world side. Sad.
Have you any use for these arms?
I mean, I could use them here, but film. God damn it, Dane.
There are
We ought to be able to take them to the waking world.
there is a collection of shurikens as well.
Hmm. Do the bows look better than the bow that I have from Tempest?
No.
All right. You know, we can always pocket more shuriken. They disappear in the waking world. Who knows? Who knows?
All right, so you pocket some shurikens.
Anything inside these chests?
Okay, so you pop them open, and they appear to be empty.
All right, if you're sufficiently armed, we'll proceed.
Let's go.
You make your way around a very tight hallway.
Left or right?
Let us proceed westward. That's left.
Yes, I did the letters in my head.
To the west,
Just like
to the
counting.
west.
I'm little like north, south, east, west. Got it that way. Look, it's not diagnosed and official yet. So pretty sure I got this. So, you know, working on it.
Congratulations.
Doctors are hard to get a hold of.
That's
Truthfully.
true.
Another armory by the looks of it.
It's more bombs?
Bumps?
All about them bombs.
I see here
Blows.
blades of varying make.
Indeed, the swords are not assembled. They are on the assembly line, waiting to be completed. Where the inside of the handle is, you can see the carving, the maker's mark of the smith. There is a series of books near you, Yi-Ling. There are a series of martial instructions.
Ooh, do I get skill points if I read them?
It's very possible you could learn Ikath martial arts while here, or possibly take the book with you. Though whether or not it would leave the dream world,
Yeah.
hard to say.
I mean, doesn't hurt to look real quick while Lynn's looking around.
Would you like to pocket the book?
Sure, I got the bag of holding. Maybe it'll carry over. Who knows?
Who knows? All right, so you snag the book of martial arts.
Snatched.
Okay.
And what of these books over here?
Okay, I'm zooming in on them too. Okay, these appear to be mostly records and information having to deal with managing caravans, baggage, stores, ways to move soldiers to and fro across many, many miles. These are very, very old. These likely predate the creation of Ikath as it stands, back before the Mists would have taken this land for itself.
I have to imagine that this castle and the city, from what we saw, have no standing army. And from what invasion are they to be fearful of if the mist is what awaits outside the walls?
You know, I think that is part of her truth, is the fear.
The fear from without? From invasion once more? Invasion was what took her precious things from her to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It would stand to reason she would build an immovable city.
Fears to lose her children as well, which is why she tried to transform them. I don't know.
For fear of loss, she's trapped them in time.
Definitely. Well, the last daughter is not here, so let's keep moving. Wait for these logistics books. This is just Roland's world.
Right?
Well,
logistics, laws.
There is perhaps someone else that would enjoy them as well, but it's fine.
Staring at Drausken.
Well, he did decide not to go to sleep.
What would it cost you to just shove the whole armful of books into the bag of holding?
Okay.
I mean, if it's not too much trouble, we'll take it with us.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we could say if Lynn grabbed them and just like, let me dump these. You think it's all right?
If these are records of wars past, then yes, our veteran soldier might make some sense of it.
True that.
Indeed. All right, so you grab San Sheng's war ledgers as well.
last we were here, there was a guard. He appears to have left his post. That leaves the following rooms open.
Come on, roll 20.
Yet more arms and munitions. See here, stones for casting. More shurikens and spikes for climbing, and pouches of some kind.
Indeed.
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom
Black
and
powder?
enhance. Indeed, as you open them up, this appears to be black powder.
Trying to explode things. Grabs all the black powder.
So you find 3 pouches. 3.
Count them 3. Black powder. 3. Useful. Go in a more convenient place than the bag of holding. Is this just like a box of hay? What is that? Or just a box, maybe?
Looks like an empty box.
Yeah.
You use hay for padding when you don't have styrofoam.
Yep.
Gotcha.
One last door remains.
Oh.
Is that a ninja? What?
Hello. My sister. Please. Sit.
Hello? Not really thinking much of it, she walks in and sits.
Ling takes up a bodyguard type of position.
Tea.
Yes, of course. I begin setting the table. And I pour cups for everybody.
As you pour the tea, you begin to hear voices whispering. The cup is filled to your eyes, but to Yi-Ling, it is empty. There's no smell, there's no taste, nothing. But to you, Lin, the scent is quite inviting.
And is this the fourth sister?
You are a guest here of my lady's house. I fear I have not the honor of knowing your name.
I do not have one. Not since I died. Now I live here in this dream realm, guarding her castle from within. Come, though you are an invader, we need not be uncivil to one another.
You perished, then you are not from Akath.
Oh no, I am. I have been here all my days, and all of my undays. Drink, You will find it to your liking.
Drink what?
Lynn has no reason to refuse. It's just proper etiquette.
I call that particular brew Sweet Dreams. Do you feel them? Do you taste the dreams on your lips?
Yi-Ling is utterly confused.
It has been so long since I've had such sustenance. I forget sometimes that food and drink may as well be as ash to me.
It is to me as well. You and I are the same.
Wait, you're a drunk she? You're actually drinking dreams?
She catches on quickly.
Don't know how I feel about that.
And this one, do you keep her around to feed upon her dreams as she sleeps? Do you think I would like them? All right, we're going to leave you
Hers are
guys
not.
there.
Sorry.
All right, let's go back to the waking world. You're on 3, right?
Yes.
Oh, Yi-Ling feels insulted, but she's not quite sure why.
All right, we return to the waking world just as you leave the chamber of Shin.
All right. Well, I haven't spotted any other stairs going up just yet, so I think knowing that Shin said there are no further guards, want to go and have a look at that door that's to the west?
East?
East. I am also bad at the cardinal directions. I am also terrible at those. And check the door to see if it's locked.
It is not locked. Hold on. You hear someone call from inside. I am not dressed.
Which would make it the perfect time to charge in and attack them.
Quite. I pull, you run.
That's what you want.
Cold.
You know who I serve, right? Yeah, I will position myself so that I can pull the door to give Drausken room to run in and do the 3 count. And on the 3, I will yank the door open.
All right, you do so. Go ahead and open the door.
Splish splash, taking a bath indeed.
3, 2, 1, breach!
And Drausken charges in.
Okay,
Oops.
let's roll initiative.
Cool.
Are you going to roll 2, Loraphyra, or no?
I have priorities. Give me a second. And the priority was changing the music.
I see. Very good.
Run production, Adam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn,
Of all the
that is
times
not-
I should not get cleric initiative.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, well,
You just had to one-up me.
Loraphyra, you actually have the first action.
It took a nat 20 to do it, in fairness. I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna take a second to evaluate what the actual fuck I'm looking at.
You see a human woman. She is unclothed and soaking wet, and her scars, tattoos, and overall vibe would indicate she is some kind of mercenary who is not wearing clothes.
Are her clothes somewhere in this room?
Yes, they are hanging up over here.
Where are her weapons? Are they also over there?
It would appear that you do not see the weapon.
Not in love with that. Cool. I'm going to, shit.
Seems like an inopportune time to do so, but
I mean, there's a big thing
Just
of
squats
water. It
down.
just really depends.
Makes eye contact.
establish dominance.
I will hold my action to drop a sacred flame on her if she attacks me or Drausken, but I will not make an initial attack.
All right, Drausken, you're up.
All right. Well, the opponent appears to be unarmed, presumably, and naked in a bath. Is that
Yes.
correct?
That is correct.
All right. Well, if Loraphyra has already come into the room and I see her prepped to do something, but not actively attacking, then Drausken is going to point his sword directly at the opponent and tell her, hands up, stay in the bath.
Okay. Roll intimidate. Yeah,
3!
you can roll again. She's unarmed. You're armed.
9!
This would be a strong argument for using strength instead of charisma.
She smiles at you and then raises her hand above her head, revealing her breast to you.
I.
What's your call?
Let's wait to see what she does.
Drausken will turn back, incline his head, and yeah.
I surrender.
Then we accept.
Drausken will walk over, grab a towel from the rack, and toss it to her.
Such a gentleman.
Not hardly.
Yes. She stands up, starts toweling off.
Drausken basically just has his weapon at the ready the whole time.
So, who are you? What is your story?
Oh, me?
Aye.
I'm just a mercenary. I was hired to guard the tower, a task which I have clearly failed at, and will soon need to find employment elsewhere.
I feel that.
It's my own fault, really. I knew someone was attacking, but I thought, you know what would be more fun? And here I am.
A lovely hot bath is very difficult to resist, it's true.
Yes, indeed. And if something were to befall the Empress, well, that would just be too bad.
You don't seem particularly attached to your contract.
I did say I was a mercenary, didn't I? She is a dignitary who holds all the cards. I have no competition to work with. This is a terrible place.
Truly.
But it's either this or brave the mists again.
Again? Where are you from?
Not here.
I gathered as much. Can you be more specific?
I'm from a place called Westgate.
I think I may have heard of it once or twice.
Yes, I come from the shoe quarter within Westgate. And, well, one day I go for a walk. I see a lot of fog. I decide to venture in and enjoy the cool air on my skin. And then I'm here, the land of insomnia, and no dinner.
That place in Westgate, was it one known for pain, a great deal of murder, anything that might cause tremendous suffering?
That does not narrow it down in Westgate by very much. But the shoe quarter is not wealthy. Let's put it that way. I like to spend my coin at the Black Boot, on sometimes at the Quivering Thumb, and at the track when I get the chance.
So for those who don't know why Tania and I are cackling, Westgate is the patron game that Westgate is a location of the patron game that Tania and I and Chris are in.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
That's right.
Inspiration point. Patreon. Good. Yes. Yes. Are you one of these shoe?
She points at her face.
Loraphyra just gives her a very deadpan. Her eyes are fully black.
All
It's
humans look the same. I got it.
I
Where's your weapons?
Ooh.
Well, which one?
Plural. I said weapons.
She pulls out a dagger from the bath and lays it down. Sword's in the barrel.
And?
That's it.
Sure.
Insight check.
You could roll insight.
Although I feel that's cheating because I know I'm using my personal knowledge of the shoe. 24.
Her eyes darted to the little bucket right by the bath.
I'll catch Drausken's eye and nod at the little bucket with my chin.
He'll hook the bucket with his sword and kind of yank it out of the way.
Shit. There is a strange device on the ground with a curved handle and a long muzzle.
What is that?
Oh, that. Forgot about that one. That would be a musket.
Which is
A very loud weapon.
You are more mercenary than assassin, then.
I'm not assassin at all. I'm supposed to stop the assassins, which is going great.
Tremendously.
Would you like to try it?
I don't care for loud noises.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, what do we do now? You want to make out a little bit?
Loraphyra does kind of chuckle at that. A generous offer, but no thank you.
Man, I lost my job. Can't get laid. This is a terrible day. Lost my gun, probably.
Well, you are aware that this is a domain within a plane of existence, yes?
I don't pretend to understand the nature of this place at all, but there was a time where I went back through the mist. I got lost somewhere. I went back in again, and after several tries, I made it here, and I said, screw it.
Well, I do not know if we can get you back to your west gate, but if you are willing to throw in your lot with us, we will at least make the attempt to get you out of the mists and somewhere else.
So you want me to help? What are you doing?
Going exactly against your contract.
I see. Okay. I was hoping that might not be the case. I see it's the case. So I'll tell you what. Yes.
Yes?
Yes. I mean, for money. I'm a mercenary, after all. Do you have money?
We have some money, but I think that the more valuable thing is not being here.
That's an excellent point. And
Someplace where money can actually buy you food.
I do miss food. Yes, I'm in. Sounds good. Sounds really good. But in order to be of use to you, of course, I'll need my weapons.
Swear an oath first.
Sure.
Give Drausken just the raised eyebrow.
I so swear.
No. And Loraphyra will pull out a little dagger that she keeps on her belt and prick her thumb and extend the tiny dagger out to her.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Swear on blood. That is the one thing you cannot break, lest your blood boil in your veins.
Can you do that? Okay. Roll intimidate.
He is the chosen priestess of the goddess.
Intimidation. Do I get an advantage with that comment from Drausken?
Sure.
Thank you.
I helped.
You helped. 19.
19. All right. She sticks out her thumb.
And I will make a very gentle cut. You know, not like stabbing into it, but more of the ritual cut, and then press my thumb against hers and meet her eyes. Swear that you will not turn against us, stab us in the back. Swear that you will stand with us, and in return we swear that we shall do all in our power to remove you from this place.
I swear.
Very good.
Ugh. This is gonna suck.
Most of this does.
You can pick up your dagger.
Thank you. Can I put on my pants?
Yes.
She starts getting dressed.
Once she starts putting her clothes on, Drausken's going to pick up the musket and start looking at it.
Don't stare directly in. And you shouldn't do that to the musket either.
Looks something like a crossbow handle, but it's got a tube on the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it functions in the same way.
Yeah, except for it's a lot easier. But also a lot harder in a different way. You want me to show you?
No. You said it's loud. I'll be holding on to it.
All right. Dang it. Well, let's get this done with.
Indeed.
If I help you do this, and you get me out of here, can I have that back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
By the by, are you familiar with Shin?
Oh, the dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, I met him.
Very
dra-
big on law. I assume
What a-
that extends to contract.
What a drag. Yeah, yeah. He's big on everything he's interested in. It's got to be big, you know. So, not subtle, that one.
Well, good. Then as long as everything's on the up and up, we won't have to tell him that you violated any oaths.
No, you won't have to do that. That would be bad.
I assume it would.
Now, you two are cagey. Have you been betrayed recently? Oh my God, you have.
Not recently, but it does leave a mark.
Mm. It's too soon to love again. I get it. I get it. Well, we'll soften you up.
Love may well be out of the question, but pleasure, perhaps not. We'll discuss later.
You
All
always
right.
go around breaking hearts, Loraphyra.
That's
I
why
thought
she's
your
the leader.
kind was less emotional.
Oh, I serve the Raven Queen. We like shiny things.
Elves.
You hear that? She thinks you're shiny.
I do glisten.
I suppose.
Just watching Tanya disappear under her desk.
Tanya's not old enough for this conversation.
I think it's great that everybody and their sister are hitting on Laura. It's really entertaining.
And it's all the women, too. Like, I recognize that I have a type, Adam, but...
To be fair, she was hitting on both of you. Like, just Drausken was like the, don't talk to me face. And she was like, all right, got it. You know?
Hey, you miss every shot you don't take.
Exactly.
Drausken's in business mode, you know.
All right. Well, with our new companion in tow, now that she's dressed and armed with everything except her musket.
And her rapier.
Oh.
Unless you let her have that.
I'll let her have that. Honestly, because, musket I don't want her to have because it's loud. And also it sounds, from Drausken's description, like a heavy crossbow, and I don't want to deal with that. But I'll let her have a rapier.
A very light, heavy crossbow.
Well, normally when I run into battle, I first produce my pistol and then introduce my rapier. And then I say, stand and deliver.
We're like, dad jokes are through the roof. For the...
I knew exactly where that was going from the second you started.
Is she perhaps based on a red-headed pirate queen? Oh, gods. All right.
Also, Froggy Unicorn, but it's not neither here nor there.
We are seeking to get to the bell. Do you know the best way up to the tower? In the main tower itself?
I've never been to the Pinnacle, as no one's allowed there except for the Empress. And I assume Captain Awesome over there. But, yeah, I can show you the rest of the way.
That would be excellent.
I'll tell him you're mercenaries. That's it. Yeah, we'll all be mercenaries together. You look dangerous.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
Yes, but you're like subtle dangerous. He's like, yeah, of course. But when we look at you, I'm like, yeah, that's the one that's the real trouble.
It's the eyes, isn't it? Everyone takes a step back at the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes.
Shall we?
Yes, but you first. Because, the eyes.
Of course.
Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you all.
See, you do get it sometimes.
I get all of what you're doing here. This is not about clear direction. This is very clear. What all the directions are going in.
One direction, a single direction, to a bed.
One bed. There's only one bed.
Yeah, but the dragon's on this one.
And I can't go into the dream world, so sorry, man.
All right, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Not with that attitude.
God's above and below.
She points north.
All right. I'll follow. I do love this picture you found for her.
This is the default swashbuckler token.
That's
Nice.
great.
From, I think, it's either Mordecannons or Volos. I can never remember. It's one of those.
Look, they know their audience.
They do. They do indeed. And she starts heading up the stairs.
Hold up. I'll go
Hold up.
first.
Go ahead.
Drausken will lead the way.
Okay. Copy that.
Wait. Before we go any further,
Oh, for...
is there any pipeweed in this palace?
A dog with a bone.
I'll tell you what. We get through this, I'll take good care of you.
Let's hope. Then he'll head up.
I just want to point out that he said hold up and then asked for weed.
As you do.
Hold up. Hey.
Hey.
And I literally can't take those lyrics any further. Okay. Hey, buddy. You remember me, right? These are two more mercenaries with me. No, yeah, they're cool. They're cool. Okay. Hold on, I forgot about him. This is gonna be fine. It's fine. Here, come on. And she leads you the rest of the way, and you see towering over you.
Oh shit.
Can't wait to watch the stream and see what's on these black squares.
You see a massive turtle with a snapping beak wearing prayer beads.
Sorry, we're new here. Haven't met you yet.
My name's Black Tortoise.
Descriptive.
You're mercenaries?
I have been Long time.
You look injured.
There's intruders running around.
Are they still running around?
Not that I've seen. They made a mess of the lower floors, though.
Roll deception. I may have to actually look that one up.
Admittedly,
Fair.
13.
That's fair.
Should be a point. Drausken has not told a single lie. Everything he said has been 100% true.
I mean, technically the intruders are still running around because we're the intruders.
It's a fact. I've been looking at myself.
Okay. So, you were not in a fight recently.
I was. There's a big brawl downstairs. Something involving bombs. Place was on fire.
He turns to Loraphyra. He's lying.
And yet telling the truth at the same time. There were bombs, or did you not hear them?
Yeah, I heard something.
Explosions of that nature are a little hard to miss.
Yes, but you're making me focus more on the explosions, which is a misdirection from the fact that his story of battle was late coming as well as vague intentionally.
What would you know?
I just listen. And bad liars tend to make the same mistakes. Which is very strange. You're clearly a soldier. And yet, you don't know the number one rule of war.
And that is?
All war is deception. And it's
Not
about
the first
10
rule I learned.
Oh, yes.
Always hit first.
Well, we'll have to settle that next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Death Ball Z.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here this week. It's good to be back with the crew. We'll be back again, hopefully next week with more death. Until then, friends, I hope that you're journeying back through the mushroom circles is as calm and as peaceful as it is possible to be. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all next time. Probably going to write out to Jen, tell her that I say hi. See you all later.